Good evening, everybody. New project. I've been thinking about this project for, I don't know, a year or so. Not that it's that horribly complex. I want to do a segmented brick bowl. Kind of like this one. I've seen pictures of these done. You look at it, I've done segmented bowls, I've done lots of those, so I understand the concept, but trying to get the layers, so basically the segment is like the brick, and then you have to put a piece of something else between, which I've done that also, but then you also have to get the layers between, and they have to be even to make it look good. So I've been thinking about this, of how you make this and make it look good. Been trying to figure out how to do this for quite some time. I think I want to start it and see what's going on. So we're going to start. So we're going to start with this big piece of maple. Right now it's about 10 and a half. We're going to cut that down to about 8 inches for a base, and we're going to use this walnut and cut this into strips, probably like 1-inch strips, and then we have to figure out how tall. So they're in theory about 1 inch tall, but it's usually not exactly. And then try and figure out so the segments between the bricks. So the walnut is going to be the brick, and then the maple is going to be used like the mortar between the bricks, just to get the good contrast. So hopefully this works. I'm going to kind of go step by step. Maybe it works. Hopefully it looks cool. Should. See you on the other side. I have to take a second here just so you can enjoy this wood. Look at the tiger stripes on that guy. That's just awesome. It's only going to get better and look even cooler. Just awesome. Can't wait to see the end product. Alright, got the base made for this thing. So start with the base. The hard part is getting the mortise on. So get that on. Just get a good start to the edge. Give it a rough sanding on the bottom. That way if I completely forget to do it later, at least I got a start on it. I got the inside. I have found it is significantly easier if I put a little bit of an indent, and then when I go to put the segment on here, it's a whole lot easier to get into this corner, and then I don't have to dig in so much. So found that's a whole lot easier. Check out those tiger stripes. Let's see if I can get them on here. Look at those stripes. Those are awesome. The base is going to turn out really cool. The other reason I always start with the base is because if I cut all the segments first and then make the base later, they may not come out the same size or the right size. Might be too big, too small. So I'll start with the base, and that then sets my overall diameter. So this came out almost exactly 8.5 inches wide. So that'll be my first ring. I go just a little bit, so it's going to be about yay. So I think I'm going to go three brick segments and then a top, so it'd be 4 total segments. So it'll be about yay tall or so. So next step is to start cutting some strips on the walnut, and then I have to cut the same strips, same width strips, but then I'm going to glue them to the top of the walnut, so when I go to cut the segments, I only have to cut one segment, not two. So back to the table saw. Alright, what I have done so far, I cut out 1-inch strips of the walnut. This is probably more than I'm going to need, but that's okay. And now I need to take the maple, cut the same width, so I kept my blade all set up here. So we're going to cut probably 2 strips this way. And then I'm going to turn those, and I think I'm going to cut this, because I need like 1/8-inch strips. So I think I'm going to cut these on the table saw, and then cut the strips on the bandsaw, just so because I can get thinner on the bandsaw. Alright, I have all of the maple strips cut. See if that'll focus. So I tried to make them all about 1/8 of an inch. And I'm sure I cut way more than I need, but that's okay. So a couple of these, I'm going to take these, and glue them on top of this, on top of the walnut, so that that piece is done. And then some of these pieces are going to be the verticals between the bricks. Alright, next step in this process, we have the base, we have the solid pieces, I got the maple glued on there. So now we need to start cutting the rings for the segment. So what we're going to do is cut a segment out of these pieces, but we're also going to put a vertical piece between the segments. So there we go. So I have my calculator here. I think my ruler's inside. So take the diameter, I think it's just over 8. I think I was going to do 2.1. We got the first two rings over here gluing. And over here, we have the third ring that just got glued together. This one does not have the maple top on it because the fourth ring is just going to be maple by itself, so it doesn't need the maple ring on top. So we'll let these dry overnight, get this one sanded, and get it back on the lathe. All right, sit rep. We got ring number 3 gluing, and ring number 4, which will be the top ring, the last ring, also gluing. I think I may have forgotten to take the picture. Ring number 4 diameter or segment length is 2.495. Alright folks, last step. We got everything all glued up. Just have to turn out the top ring and we're all done with this project, so let's hit it.